Experts draft grades are in. Let's see how they had the Minnesota Vikings doing in the 2022 NFL draft. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar, and the draft experts grades are in. We're going to go through some of the big boys to see how they had the Minnesota Vikings doing. Before we get to that, subscribe to the channel, like the videos here every damn day talking Vikings. Hit that sub. Bing, 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 bing. Also, we'll be going live tonight at 7 o'clock talking a lot of drafts, so be sure to join us on the live show. So I believe Lupagus had the Vikings at a B-, and I had them at a B+. So we obviously drink Kool-Aid morning, afternoon, and night. So it's easy for us to sugarcoat the grades. Let's see what the experts think. That's where we'll get real perspective on how the Vikings did. We're going to be talking PFF, Sports Illustrated, NFL.com, Mel Kiper, and Sporting News. And spoiler alert, one of these were not particularly nice to the Minnesota Vikings, and I find that very rude, but it came from the heart. Let's start with the Sporting News, old school Sporting News. I remember back in the day, fantasy football, they didn't have magazines. They had like these newspaper things. That's how old I am. Sporting News, A-, right off the bat. Big, beautiful grade, A-. They love the scene, obviously. Really love the Andrew Booth pick. And they even said they knocked the grade down a little bit because of the trade itself. They weren't a huge fan of the trades. So really, A- really speaks to how much they love the players we got if they even knocked it down a little bit. So well done, Sporting News. Love it. Let's go to the Godfather, Mel Kiper Jr., B-. B- from Mel. Said it would have been higher. Again, goes back to the trades. He did not like the trades. Another thing he mentioned is the fact that this draft really hinges on how well Andrew Booth pans out, because if Andrew Booth turns out being good, that could be one of the big steals of the draft. So B- from Mel. Let's go to the not so polite one, Sports Illustrated. Basically, they hated the trades. They hated our draft. D-. They gave us a D-, and pretty much alluded to the fact that they would have given it an F, but they don't really give out Fs. So here's the weird part. They hated the trades, but they love the players. So I'm confused because we wouldn't have gotten the players without those trades. So SI, I don't know. I'm not really buying into this D- business. But again, is what it is. Let's go to NFL.com. Another A-. Thank you, NFL.com. Talked up the trade. It's crazy. You look at some experts who love the trade, some experts who hate the trade. It's all over the place, but they love the trade. They love the players. A- from NFL.com. PFF, the last one we're going to talk about. This is the one, obviously, that probably puts the most analytical info back into it. They probably do the most digging, and it's just their algorithm spits out this grade that is probably one of the most accurate ones as far as what they've done in college. B, they gave us a straight up B. They love the scene. They loved Ingram. Ingram, they mentioned, is going to be a day one impact player, great run blocker, needs to work on his pass blocking. Love Asamoah, and they love Ty Chandler. So Ty Chandler getting a little love from PFF. And again, it's kind of hit or miss when you look at these experts. Is some people really did not like our third day at all, and then other people really like the Jalen Nailers, like the Ty Chandler. So all over the place. But really, when you look at all these experts, A's, B's, and of course the gross D-. I think Lupagus and I weren't overly sniffing the Kool-Aid too much. I think we were in the right area. And then Packers, Lions, and Bears, just looking at their grades quick. Bears, nobody was really nice to the Bears draft. Gross. But the Packers and Lions were definitely getting some love as far as their draft grades, courtesy of the Minnesota Vikings, helping them probably improve those draft grades a little bit. Let me know what you think about the experts. And again, if you haven't thrown your grade down there, do it and hit that sub button. We'll be back later live at 7 o'clock tonight.